just because you say it doesn't mean you have it. Just because you know the doctrine, just because you go to church, just because you can answer all the Sunday school questions doesn't mean you're in the kingdom. It takes something else. Just because you're passionate, just because you sing loud, just because you know the lyrics and raise your hands in worship, it doesn't mean that you're a Christian. It doesn't mean that you're in. You say, is that possible? Is it possible for people to cast out demons and teach the Bible and work miracles and not be saved? You just look at Judas. Judas is a good example. I know preachers who have 20-year preaching ministries, and after 20 years of preaching the text, seeing amazing things happen through their ministry, they get saved. I was at a conference the other day, and the preacher got up. He said, I've been in ministry for 55 years. 23 of them, I was saved. I thought, what? Are you serious? This is somebody I respected. This is somebody I listened to. Okay, it happens all the time. That's what Jesus is saying. Just preaching isn't enough. Just having the ministry isn't enough. The outward appearance isn't enough. There's something that takes place in their heart. There's something about the humility, the brokenness, the poverty of spirit, the meekness, the surrenderedness to the will of God in all things of their life. It's not just a matter of calling Jesus Lord. If you're going to be in the kingdom, you don't just call Jesus Lord, you submit to his lordship in all things. That's what a kingdom citizen does. And so let's just unpack that. You have the two groups of people in the Sermon on the Mount, don't you? Jesus isn't just comparing good people and bad people. He's comparing religious people with kingdom people. You remember, it's not just a matter of who prays and who doesn't praise. Jesus says they both pray. Don't pray like them, pray like this. Jesus says it's not just a matter of who gives and who doesn't give. They both give, but when you give, do it this way. When you fast, do it this way. They're both doing religious activity. Both groups are following the 10 Commandments. Both groups agree on the Torah. Both groups say you shouldn't murder, you shouldn't commit adultery. Both groups agree you shouldn't lie. Both groups agree you shouldn't retaliate a certain way. But Jesus is saying kingdom citizens don't just keep the letter of the law, they keep the spirit of the law. They don't give and pray and fast in order to be seen by others. They give and pray and fast to be seen by their heavenly Father. And for the second group of citizens, Jesus says, the second group of people, the people who walk, talk, look like a Christian but are not Christians, he says to them at the last day, I'll declare to them, I don't know you. And that's a solemn word. It's a legal word. It was a word that you would use if you're going to speak against somebody in court. You're going to give testimony against somebody that was lasting testimony. And Jesus is saying to these people, you're going to be eternally separated from me because you played a game. You thought it was about me. It wasn't about me. It was always about you. Depart from me.